behaviour was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. But then the pilot and victim came floating up. I let out a scream.
So the orca displayed the same behaviour as during an incident a year ago.
That's right. Those weren't just simple cries, it was singing. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. It kept headbutting while it sang the swashbuckler spectacular song. That's right, the same song it sang in the aquarium stage show back then. It was singing while headbutting. It was perfectly horrible.
I don't see a single obvious inconsistency in this testimony. It's clear I won't be able to take apart her statement of evidence alone.
Mr. Wright, would now be a good time for me to put my skills to work? It's time to show what analytical psychology can really do.
You seem pretty confident. Let me guess. You noticed a contradiction between the testimony and her emotions?
You bet I did. And once we expose it, we might just be able to crack her. No, scratch that. Make it, we'll definitely be able to.
Then let's give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try.
You got it, boss. A complete analysis of Mr. Plume's heart coming right up.
I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt.
Got
it! Mr. Plume, Orla really frightened you of her headbutting, didn't she?
Don't be absurd. I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale. It must have been something else that scared her then, boss. However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while it was doing that. It sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see?
This is practically turning into a counselling session.
I saw something? Oh, I remember now. Okay, good. Now, if you could please tell the court what you saw. I saw bright red blood. The killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. There was a great cloud of blood. Yes, that's it. That's why I was so sure. That's when I knew the killer whale had killed the person for a second time.
Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed. Looking at this again, it does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood. So a terror's reaction to blood, was it? That would certainly explain what happened yesterday.
I was badly injured during an interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities.
This is a bad turn. If Mr. Plume saw blood, then does that mean Orla really did attack the victim? It would appear that orcas are even more vicious than I am. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed for your own cross-examination, right, Dono?
What do we do now, boss?
Oh, that testimony wasn't all what I expected to hear.
Wait a minute. There's still some discord left in Mr. Plume's heart.
What? You mean there's more?
Yes, but there's no telling what it is. It could be something even more damaging.
Ugh. Is there even anything left of our case to damage? Well, whatever it is, we have to face it head on. Athena, you believe in Orla, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth.
Yeah, you're right.
I know we can handle the truth, whatever it is, so let's delve a little deeper.
You got it, boss.
Yeah, I thought it was to do with the less fear. Her fear appears to lessen here at this statement. Mr. Plume, weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him?
My, that's a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes, but then the blood seemed to disappear.
Disappear? Why do you suppose that was?
Simple. It was because of the pirate hat. After the killer whale put the hat on, the cloud of blood disappeared.
Objection!
And how exactly does that work?
How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy.
Wait a minute. From whom this blood that... From whom was this blood that Mr. Plume actually saw coming from?
Take that!
Consider this. Maybe the one who was bleeding wasn't the victim.
I beg your pardon? What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in the pool beside the victim.
I wouldn't say there was no one else. It is an orca pool, after all. What? Then where's this alleged injury on the defendant? I'm not sure, but if simply wearing the pirate hat made the blood disappear, then the blood must have been coming from somewhere on Orla's head.
What?
The orca's head? What are you prattling on about now?
Please think about it again, Mr. Plume. Think back to what you really saw.
That is... The one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? I remember now. There wasn't any blood coming from the victim at all.
We did it! Analytical psychology got us what we needed from her.
That was a huge help, Athena. It's also pretty dicey for a while, though.
Well, this is a surprise. The blood the witness saw was the defendant's and not the victim's.
That is correct, and since there was no blood coming from the victim, there's only one thing we can conclude. That what Mr. Plume witnessed was not the moment of the murder as she claims.
Objection!
I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it's far too dull to cut to the bone. Meaning? I grant that what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Death from internal hemorrhaging is also a possibility. He has a point there. I know the autopsy's not finished yet, but I'm pretty sure that would have come up. You know? If you wish to challenge me to a duel, you'll need a sharper blade than that, right, Dono? I demand evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder. There must be something. Think, Phoenix. If I'm correct, then the victim's death occurred... It's got to be before, right? If the victim was already dead when Orla started her headbutting, then that would mean he died sometime before Mr. Plume was watching her. The events Mr. Plume witnessed took place at around 10 past 10. I must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10 past 10. Do we? Ah!
Take that!
Thank you, Pearl. Oh dear, I don't think that's right. Shit. Death under investigation.
Take that! Take that!
We've only seen footage from 9 past to 10 past, which means there's still footage going further back that we need to check. Your Honour, I request all the security footage be played for the court.
All of the footage?
Mr. Plume witnessed a cloud of blood at around 10 past 10, but I believe the victim was already dead by that time.
Your assertion is the murder took place before Mr. Plume arrived.
Exactly. The security camera footage starts at 10 when the aquarium opened. I believe that it is vital evidence in the 10 minutes before. You're quite the gambling man, right, Dono? Are you honestly willing to risk everything on those mere 10 minutes? I've bet on similar chances before, but when he puts it that way...
My boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackquill. I suggest you get ready to eat humble pie.
Uh-oh, I can't back down now.
Well, if the defence is that confident in its importance, Prosecutor Blackquill, the security footage.
Fulbright.
Roger, I'll have the rest of the security footage right here. Very well, please play it for the court.
Please, please have something for me.
This is what it looked like at 10:10. The witness can be seen here. Alright, I'll just back the footage up to the beginning now. It appears Mr. Plume hasn't arrived at this point.
Now to see if I can find something from before this point in time. Is that it?
Yep, that's all the footage there is. Well, Mr. Wright, did you see what you were looking for?
We got nothing.
Well, right, Dono. Were those 10 minutes you placed, those were the 10 minutes you placed your bet on? Did you see anything of significance? Did I see anything important? I better think about this carefully. In the footage, we see... Well, there must be something, right? This is the important thing the footage shows.
Take that!
Ah, fuck, wrong button. What if something that should be in the footage isn't there?
Take that!
Fuck it, let's see what nothing important does. We can see nothing of importance in that footage. Just as I thought.
Ha ha! You're right about that. That section was completely meaningless. It doesn't show a thing. That's why I didn't submit it as evidence.
Objection!
No, it's just the opposite.
What do you mean by that?
In this 10 minutes of footage, something important that should be there isn't there. There we go. Detective Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence.
What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty to justice? Mr. Wright, explain yourself, please. What's the important thing you say should be in the footage but isn't?
Take that!
Oh, I've got no idea where it's going with this. Yeah. Hurry up and shut the door in my face so I can get back at it.
Take that!
There we go. The important thing we should see in the footage is the victim himself, Jack Shipley. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him get in the pool in that footage. There we go. And then it all makes sense.
Oh! Oh, that's right.
If the victim is not shown entering the pool in this footage, it means he must have been there by the Skull Rock during those 10 minutes. But no human can hold their breath underwater for that long.
Wait a minute. Are you saying...
When the security camera started up at 10 a.m, the victim was already dead.
Order! Order in the court! If that's the case, then when was the victim murdered?
I don't know, Your Honour, but we now know it had to be sometime before 10 a.m. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client. But there's no one else who could have killed the victim. Not necessarily. The defence believes the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well. Do you now? I'd be very interested in seeing this evidence. Defence's trump card, the thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I won't go so far as to call it decisive, but now's the time to play it.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please submit your evidence. What evidence shows the crime may have been committed by a human?
Take that!
What's this? A coin?
Yes, a fake coin used in the Aquarium's pirate show. We found it beside the pool. This coin's quite possibly the real murder weapon.
This tiny little coin's the murder weapon? Mr. Wright, this is another one of your bluffs.
As they say, the bolder the presentation, the less confident the solicitor. This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins in all, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. This one just happens to have blood on it. Did you have the blood analysed to see whose it is? Not yet. But there were coins scattered all around the body, and the victim had a head wound. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's blood. So to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool, one of them with a blood stain on it. I think the answer is pretty clear here. Your Honour, the defence proposes the victim was killed beside the pool.
Side of the pool? If the murder took place there, it would be difficult to say the orca did it. I realise you're trying to defend your client, but your theory is preposterous. How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once?
It'd be pretty easy if they were in a bag or something of that nature.
And where is this bag the coins were in?
Unfortunately, Your Honour, we recovered nothing of the sort from the scene. It's possible the culprit took it with them.
They took it?
The true culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. They then threw the body into the pool before the security cameras started up. And then they left, taking the bag the coins were in with them. They got rid of the evidence that points to the human culprit to pin the blame on Orla.
That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. You found a way to introduce the possibility of a human perp.
Yeah, somehow. Let's hope my luck holds out. I wonder why Prosecutor Blackwell has it set out.
The possibility of a perpetrator other than the defendant has now been suggested. But if we were to hold this possibility to be true, then what did Mr. Plume witness? That's right. I saw the killer whale attack the victim, just like he did a year ago, singing a song.
I guess there's still that. Even with somebody else as the culprit, Orla's behaviour still seems pretty bizarre. I wonder why she was doing the same thing she did a year ago.
But is it really that bizarre?
What do you mean?
To explain the inexplicable, all we need to do is turn our thinking around.
Turn our thinking around, huh? Sounds good to me.
Time to give the old term thinking around method a try. Instead of trying to figure out why Orla did the same thing she did a year ago, I should consider the results that were produced by her behaviour this time around. Orla sang a song, did some headbutts, and bit the victim. If the real culprit wanted to shift suspicion onto Orla, then they needed to give people a reason to think Orla did it in the first place.
Mr. Wright, as her lawyer, how do you explain your client's actions?
I believe we should think of it this way, Your Honour. What kind of effect did Orla's actions have on the case?
Very well. Why don't you explain for the court? How the defendant's actions affect the case?
Mr. Plume focused her attention on the orca pool because she heard the song. The orca's act of singing a song created a witness.
Created a witness?
Isn't it possible that fabricating a witness was the real culprit's true intention? After all, Mr. Plume witnessed two things. She saw Orla headbutt something over and over, and saw the orca bite the victim. Those two actions of Orla's might have been the real culprit's plot to make the witness think the orca was attacking the victim.
Are you saying the defendant was being manipulated by the true perpetrator?
Exactly, and that would explain Orla's actions perfectly.
But the defendant is an orca. Is it even possible to manipulate her?
Yes, there is a way to manipulate Orla's behaviour with this.
Take that!
I'm waiting for that to come up.
Is this a whistle?
Yes, Your Honour. The trainers at the aquarium use whistles to issue commands to Orla. But in truth, anyone can do it, provided they know the right signal.
Ah, that must be how they get Orla to do tricks for the pirate show.
The true culprit hid the body in a spot that couldn't be seen from the visitor corridor. Then, when Mr. Plume appeared, they gave Orla the command. In other words, Orla was manipulated by the culprit to perform a series of tricks.
What?
And as for you, Mr. Plume, you were manipulated by the true culprit to play part of the witness.
Norma de Plume was set up. I, Norma de Plume, writer extraordinaire, was used. No! No!
Dear God, don't let that coat fly open. Mr. Plume, please do something about your attire. Oh, that was one wardrobe malfunction I did not want to see. It would appear we need to shift our suspicion towards someone other than Orla. Prosecutor Blackquill, please have the bloodstained coin analysed. You waste your breath. I guess even Prosecutor Blackquill can't refute the possibility of a human suspect.
You did it, boss. If the crime happened beside the pool, there's no way the orca could have done it.
Now, if only we could find the bag the coins are in. In light of the new discovery, it would appear the orca couldn't have done it. Exactly, Your Honour. If the blood on the coin proves to be that of the victim, we can unequivocally overturn Orla's accusation.
Objection!
Overturn the defendant's accusation? I think not.
Ah! My hair! My beautiful hair!
Yesterday, a new inmate was brought to the prison. He said, the moment you relax is when you're the most vulnerable.
And what did that man go in for?
He's merely a sneaky thief who enjoys a spot of fishing now and then. But right down out here would be easier to hook than any fish. That hawk sure does love the judge's head.
What's this? The coin from before in some sort of bag?
A bag? I don't think I'm going to like this. This is the coin bag the 300 coins are in. I believe you were looking for this. How did you get that? I never said we didn't find it at the crime scene. The bag had blood on it, so naturally I had it sent to the crime lab. And does the blood belong to the victim? It does indeed, as does the blood on the coin. I knew it, so the blood on the coin did belong to the victim. The bag was open and the coins had all spilled out. But the bag alone wasn't proof enough to say that it was used as the murder weapon. However, thanks to the defense and their coin, I am more than satisfied it was.
Prosecutor Blackquill, are you conceding the true culprit committed the murder with the bag of coins?
I shall conclude the victim was put into the pool after his death. However, even with the bag, it doesn't change the fact the orca killed the victim. What? How can you still suspect Orla? You said the true culprit manipulated Orla's behaviour, but Orla isn't the kind of orca that would let someone control her. If anything, Orla used the victor's behaviour against him to murder him.
What? But... are you arguing the orca manipulated a human being?
To prove it, I've summoned another witness. Marlon Rimes, take the stand. Marlon Rimes is a witness? Well, don't just stand there. State your name. Don't rap.
I told you I don't want to be a witness.
I thought one witness would be quite enough to prove the defendant's guilt, but apparently Right Dono won't be satisfied till every stone is turned. Well, son of a... Alright, fine, if I gotta talk, then let's get this over with.
Mr. Rose doesn't seem like a willing witness.
I wonder what Prosecutor Blackwell's going to have him testify about. So could we have your name and occupation for the record, witness? Ahoy! Yo! 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 Ho! Ho! People of the law, time to testify. Chilling with my crew at the ship shape. Orcas, penguins, and the seascape. Cleaning and feeding, there ain't no end. But damn bred of kids' tours, I shall transcend. New animal keeper from the house of rhymes. I'm the master keeper, Marlin with the rhymes. Oh my, I'm afraid I couldn't understand a word you said. Is that flip-flop music people like nowadays? So close, Your Honour. So close. And yet, so far. So far. Please proceed with your testimony, witness, without the flip-flop. Okay, fine. But I don't want to do this, I tell you. I feel like I'm selling Sasha out. At about 10:10, I was in the staff room. I heard a loud noise from the pool room. I went to the door to look in. I couldn't see the captain or the orca, but I saw a bunch of coins scattered about. The orca knows there's a certain spot people like to play volleyball with her. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain. That gives us a little more info about the area around the orca pool. The defendant made the stuff fall down. Overturned crates and assorted props were scattered all over the pool room floor. There's no doubt it was the orca that caused the mess. But could she really have done that from within the pool? As I said, the orca's the only one that could have performed such a feat. The pool and its room were tidied the night before, including the various odds and ends. When our Rime Marlin took a look-see, over 400 pounds of props had fallen. To move it all in one go would challenge even the brawny prisoner in the cell next to mine. What is he, the jail gossip? So, how did 400 pounds of items fall all at once? I'll tell you how. The orca pulled on the cloth that was underneath them. A weight that would be all but impossible for a human to move was child's play to an orca. During a friendly game of volleyball, the defendant made the crates fall, and the bag of coins that was among the items fell on the victim's head and killed him. The orca then toyed with the victim's body underwater, which is what Mr. Plume saw. But the witness only said she heard a loud noise. That doesn't automatically make it the sound of Orla making items fall. Also, why did you only look into the pool room anyway, Mr. Rhymes? That orca sometimes makes a loud noise to summon a trainer. But I'm still a newbie. I don't have the security card to get into the pool room yet. So even if she tries to summon somebody, there's not much I can do about it. I see, so the witness couldn't enter the crime scene.
Objection!
If Mr. Rhymes couldn't enter the room, there's at least one thing he can't be sure about. His statement the orca was playing volleyball is purely speculation.
Silence!
Whether the orca was actually playing volleyball or not is not the issue. The traces of the orca's saliva were found on the cloth that was underneath the crates. The important point is the orca's the only one who could have moved the items. Oh, I have to discredit that statement somehow. If I don't, it'll mean Orla was the culprit, even if the victim died beside the pool. Are you sure about the time you were in the staff room? What? Yeah, I'm sure. I'm pretty good with time. Never been late to work once. If he's sure about the time, then there's something wrong with that statement. I better take another look through the court record. Alright, please continue with your testimony, Mr. Rhymes.
Hold it!
You heard the noise all the way in the staff room? That's right, the Orca pool room and the staff room are pretty close to one another. Anyway, I heard the noise, so I went to the door of the pool room. I don't have the security card, so all I could do was look through the door crack. What kind of noise did you hear? Want me to describe it? Oh yeah, word up courtroom, the crash, boom, bound down to relativity, everything falling with sweet simplicity. This testimony, yo, it ain't got no fucking fallacies. Things falling and breaking was pure insanity. Kinda like that. Okay, but why the need to wrap it? Well, I didn't actually get to all of that, but in any case, I gather it was a very loud noise. Very well, please describe what you saw at the scene.
Hold it!
You couldn't see the victim. I was just looking through the door crack. Guess all the stuff was blocking my view. I did notice a whole bunch of coins scattered all over the place, though. But at the time, I had no idea the captain was dead. Killed by gold coins. Ironic, isn't it? Perhaps the orca wanted to be paid for her labor. Paid in coins raining from the skies.
Coins raining from the skies? It makes it sound almost poetic.
But the hard truth is those coins are actually a murder weapon. We all deserve to be paid for our work, are we not? I shall have a fine meal tonight. If you find our client guilty, that is. Mr. Rhymes, you have a theory on how things got knocked down? Of course I do. The orca knows there's a certain spot people stand to play volleyball.
Hold it!
She uses this ball as a spike, right? We had a nice little demonstration of all the spike for ourselves yesterday. If you stand on the mark on the floor, the orca spikes the ball at you. Taka's good at flying straight to his target as well. And I see plenty of targets right here in this room.
Everybody's so busy protecting their head they forgot about the trial.
Including you. Tell them what the defendant caused to happen. Well, the orca knows people stand in a certain spot for volleyball. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the cat.
Hold it!
Are you saying you think she knocked down the items on purpose? I don't want to believe it myself, but the orca's pretty smart. It'd be easier for her to pull the cloth the stuff was on while she was playing volleyball. Orcas are real strong. One good pull and those things will come crashing down. I guess maybe an orca could be strong enough to make that much stuff fall. I've never seen an orca play tug of war myself, but the fact is, this one did. The traces of the orca's saliva found on the cloth prove it. How long do you plan to walk tightrope on those shaky theories of yours? Wait until you see me do acrobatics. Moments like these are what I became a lawyer again for. I don't know why, but Mr. Rhymes is lying. I'm afraid I have to expose the secret he and Pearls were keeping to resolve this. You were in the feeding room.
Objection!
You say you're in the staff room, but is that really true? Of course it's true. Why would I lie about a thing like that? Mr. Rhymes, have you ever seen this calendar before? Hey, that's, I knew you recognise it. Yeah, that's the rifle calendar. It's a big hit in the Shipshape Aquarium gift shop. Thank you for shopping at Shipshape. Mr. Rhymes, please refrain from scattering fish around the witness stand. Not to worry, your baldness. Tucker will have them cleaned up in no time. I've seen hawks eat. They're going to make a bigger mess. I guess the bird comes in handy now and then. All right, Mr. Wright, we've all seen your cute souvenir. Now, if you don't mind... no, Your Honour, this isn't my calendar. It was originally the witness's, but it came into possession of a certain young lady. What? Mr. Rhymes and this young lady first met each other in the food prep room. After a mishap, their calendars got switched around. They ran into each other at about 10 past 10 in the food prep room. So clearly the witness was not in the staff room. In other words, there's no way he could have heard the noise in the pool room upstairs. Arrgh! What's this? This is the first I'm hearing about any calendar. That's because Mr. Rhymes and Pearls were keeping it a secret. You lied to me. This transgression will not go unpunished. Arrgh! So, Mr. Rhymes, you didn't... Oh. So, Mr. Rhymes, you didn't hear the noise of the equipment falling after all, did you? Okay, I admit I didn't hear the noise of the Orca pool room myself, but somebody told me about it. Who told you about it? It was, Unless you tell the truth, Mr. Rhymes, I can't save Orla. And I'm sure you know how sad that would make Miss Buckler. I heard about it from Sasha. What? From Miss Buckler?
But that doesn't make sense.
What's going on here? Now it's the trainer's own words that drive the Orca into a corner. How do you like being bitten by your own client, right, Dono? Oh, I certainly didn't see this coming. What perfect timing! There was something I wanted to ask Miss Buckler about the Orca. The prosecution calls the trainer Miss Sasha Buckler to the stand. Yes, I suppose it would be a good idea to hear what the Orca's trainer has to say. I don't know what Sasha's going to say, but I'll just have to meet it head on, whatever it is. We'll take a 20-minute recess while the witness is summoned.